Reports don't reach our desk on matters arising, saying Inspector General Egbetokun bans Nigerian police from arbitrarily arrest, detention of youths, collection, checking of phones.
Remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative, and coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. People do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate.
Good evening, viewers. This is BVI Channel 1. I am Asuchidot Peters, and tonight on Matters Arising, we have this breaking news that the IG of police have banned the police force across Nigeria from arresting indiscriminately young people, harassing or even searching their phones. And this news is coming with a lot of disbelief among Nigerians. Let's take it as we had it or got it from the reports. I'll be right back.
Reports don't reach our desk on matters arising, saying Inspector General Egbetokun bans Nigerian police from arbitrarily arrest, detention of youths, collection, checking of phones, as reported by Sahara reporters.
This is actually coming few days after the conservative leader that has her origin from Nigeria, talking about Kemi Badenoch, who did a smackdown kind of comment against the Nigerian police, saying that it is a criminal enterprise, with the report of them stealing from his brother. Many of you have seen it. We've already published it. But let us have a look at that once again, so that we will now take you to how Nigerians are reacting to this news and your own opinion with respect to all of this. Let's take that very quickly. I'll be right back.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. But remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative, and coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white," I was like, "Well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch."
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive. When I was burgled, the police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the persons. It's 2004, so 20 years ago. The police did catch criminals, and now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything, and I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics, and that's another thing that we need to look at.
This statement did not go down well with the powers that be, the people we call the principalities and powers that have captured Nigeria to themselves. And many believe that the order by the Nigerian Inspector General of Police is a way of reacting to this comment coming from this lady. Now, Nigerians have poured their comments and submission and reacted to all of this drama happening, especially now that it is becoming a tradition, falling back again to the dark ages and era of the SARS, before the end-SARS protest. You guys know what went on about that very protest and the way Nigerian people vehemently poured out their resentment with respect to the activities of this SARS police unit. Now, the case has become even worse than ever before now. And Nigerians believe that this is not coming to an end anytime soon. These are some of the very videos which Nigerian people have now brought out from their archives. Some happened today, recently, in the recent past, or most likely maybe some years ago. But Nigerians are throwing it as a way of proof to react to the opinion of Kemi Badenoch in support of our position as against the Nigerian principalities and powers who are kicking against the very statement this girl or lady made during that interview. And this is just a clip of very few. I'll be right back.
Job. Now give us that. Look, what did you do? If I force your head, now they say kilo, they knock your head with that kilo. One baby one, not going to you ṣó gbé wọn dáadáa ó gbé wọn wọ́n fẹ́ pa ní báyìí before nǹkan bá ṣe jọ ń dùn yẹn wọ́n máa ti dùn nǹkan sínú aṣọ ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ti dùn nǹkan sáṣọ ẹ̀ wọ́n yà wẹ̀ gọ́sí wọ́n máa ti dùn nǹkan sáṣọ ẹ̀ ó gbé o ó gbé tó àyè sílẹ̀. Nítorí ó ti rí pàwọn èèyàn fẹ́ fídíò wọn torí ẹ̀ lè bọ̀ gan lọ́yẹ sá síbẹ̀ yẹn o. Wọ́n náà bọ́ sí gẹ̀ẹ́kan ní fídíò. Ó kúrò ń bẹ̀ lẹ́tà dúró sínú igbó ó fẹ́ kí nǹkan bọ̀ lára ni. Wọ́n lè lọ fi nǹkan sọmọ yẹn lára bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sí ọmọ tó ń pè é dáadáa.
And I believe you have seen it all. Now the lines are open. You can call the numbers on the screen, and let's have your reaction to all of these issues. Many Nigerians, I can say that 1 out of all families in Nigeria have had their experience with respect to police brutality in Nigeria, have fallen victim directly or indirectly. And this issue of Badenoch has, triggered a lot of reaction and resentment among many Nigerians who are firmly standing behind her statement that what she said is true. Although some people, even the principalities and powers and their media launderers, have continued to say, even if it is true, why will you go on international community or international platform to be saying all of that, is designating Nigeria and all of that. Now, Nigerian people are responding in different ways, but we want you to have your own opinion and say on this by calling the numbers on the screen, +2348104545533. Myself, I have my opinion about this, which I think I'll be publishing it much later because we made that very categorical statement. Okay, and coming from some of the posts and comments from different people, you know, someone actually, where I was reading one of the posts, said that Kemi Badenoch was speaking out of an outdated experience, that the information she has about Nigerian police is long outdated and expired, that Nigerian police had gone beyond just stealing stuff from you to the point of some of them engaging in kidnapping and extrajudicial assassination and killing of Nigerian people. Okay, and that is the way they react to it. And many Nigerians are pouring in their opinion with respect to all of this. We want to have your own opinion with respect to what you just heard. We don't want to spend too much time. Myself, some of you might know, and some of you might not know that I'm taking my time to recover from some kind of health issues, but you know, I'm taking time, all right? And that's why we've not been consistent in bringing you our live interactive section. So we're giving everything to, you know, keep up with this service to humanity. You know, we are committed on this platform to giving the people a voice. As for people like us, we already have a platform that we can speak and have our say. But what about the people? When we say we speak for the people, let the voice of the people also be heard, so that nobody will say, I am making things up. So that's why if you drop your comment, we are going to take your comment with respect to police brutality. Have you ever been a victim, or someone close to you been a victim of police brutality? Today, if you are a young person in Nigeria, you are a target. You become a prime suspect for these police officers who are trigger happy to molest, harass, even buy you if you don't comply with them. You know, every young man that is doing well is a yahoo, as they call it. Even if they are, it is not the responsibility of the police to go after yahoo people. We are not giving credibility or credit to activities of fraudsters, but every government establishment has a law that is backing their responsibility, and the police is overstepping. And it's not like they are even trying to fight this crime, but they want to take the chunk of the proceed coming from these guys that are doing internet fraud, as they call it. So everyone now becomes a fraudster when they are blindly pursuing their own, you know, take from the whole proceeds of the fraudulent activities for those who are involved in it. So any young man that is doing well for himself, it is now a crime for you to dress well. It is now a crime for you to have a good phone. It is now a crime for you to look good or drive a good car in Nigeria as a young person. And that's the order of the day. Okay? We have EFCC, who is, you know, designated with the responsibility of fighting financial crime or internet fraud and the rest of them. But today, every Dick and Harry of the police is involved in chasing after the so-called internet fraud. And it doesn't end with people who are into or who are young or who are looking good. You know, people will say, oh, if you look good, if you look okay, maybe driving a good car, having a good phone, you're dressing well, that the police will come after you. These are the only people they go after. No, that is not the truth. Currently, I have seen myself police officers flag down Keke and Pep, flag down public buses, bring down all the young people, start searching their phones and their bag. You know, in Nigeria now, everybody, in fact, Nigerians are more afraid of criminals than they are more afraid of the police than the criminals. They are more afraid of the police than the criminals. That's why you see today a Nigerian can confidently approach human rights activists or public activists to relay and to seek for justice than to go through Nigerian court or report to the police. That is how much of distrust Nigerian people have in the system. And it is not far-fetched from the truth that what we have in Nigerian institution is a criminal enterprise. No wonder Farotimi wrote that book and everybody's breathing down his neck. Okay? So we don't have much to say. We're only here to get your own opinion. Don't forget, we are streaming live on our various social media platforms. We are streaming on our YouTube channel, which is this one. We're also streaming on our Facebook platform, BVI Channel 1. You can search the page and you can follow us there as well. We're also streaming on our Instagram platform, BVI Channel 1 as well. And also on our YouTube backup channel. That one is our backup channel. You can follow us from there as well. That is BVI Channel 1 Plus. BVI Channel 1 Plus is the platform. So let's see how you react to that while we quickly go through some of your commentaries and also acknowledge some of those who are watching. We have Muz Osita. We appreciate you. Good evening to you too. Miro Africa TV. Oh, my old friend. It's been a while. Greetings from Germany. Greetings to you also from here. It's been a long time. I wish I could have you on one of our programs as a guest. You are a very wonderful person. That's Miro African TV. It's our brother resident in Germany. Thank you for reaching out and watching. We have Hadley, Ifi, Jude, Onye, Jibu. Okay, we appreciate you for coming and joining the live broadcast, and I hope you guys are sharing it. I don't really have much time to spend here, just like I said earlier, for health issues. I'm taking my time to recover gradually, so please permit me, as we are not going to be taking that long, but we can stay as long as the people want their voice to be heard. Most importantly, we have relayed the information which is extremely crucial. We're talking about police brutality. Police brutality had become the order of the day, and we had the Inspector General of Police who had banned the police from arresting indiscriminately young people on the street, searching their phones and harassing them because that become an order of the day. You see, you're driving a clean car in Nigeria now, you become a suspect of these people who are going after their so-called internet fraudsters. Okay, so as a result of that, we've seen so many cases of brutality, killing, at some point, extorting money. These guys are not after law and order or after criminals, but they are after the proceeds of the so-called internet fraud. Okay, so when they suspect you that you look like somebody they can extort, they are going to extort you. They're going to pull you out, whether you are on a public transport or even on your private vehicle. They will drag you down and make a mess of you. So the level of police brutality is giving a lot of people some concerns. Okay, and it's clear that the Nigerian institution, the Nigerian police particularly, have not learned from the lessons of End SARS. It seems that Nigerian people have forgotten everything, and now they are back again, brutalizing, intimidating, harassing, extorting Nigerians. And you don't have a say. There are so many videos out there on the social media, bloody ones. You see police batting, shooting, killing sometimes young people. We don't want to bring this some of those graphic videos here for censorship purpose, but you all have been seeing that on so many platforms. It's not a new thing. the way they harass, the way they beat, the way they... And the other day I had an experience which I already published, where they were beating, battering and, seriously harming innocent, harmless Nigerians whom they are paid to protect. You can imagine police going through all this. Nigerian people have lost confidence in them, and that's why Nigerians are always happy if anything bad happens to a Nigerian police. They are becoming worse than the SARS. The way they go about the activities is so unbecoming. I just wish they assert this force and energy on the actual criminals, violent criminals who have wreaked havoc in our society, kidnappers and the rest of them. So that is just it, my people. It's a terrible situation, honestly speaking. So we're going to quickly take a report of all we have said today. While we do that, we expect your call. And if your call doesn't come at the end of the, putting out all our reports for today, once again, for the benefit of those who are just coming in, if your calls did not come in, then we'll call it a day, because I really need a rest as well myself. Okay, but the most important thing is that the people are getting the information. It's high time Nigerian people galvanize themselves and put a stop to all this madness. This madness must stop. Okay, Nigerian people cannot continue to be victims of Nigeria. And it will not stop, because freedom is not given, freedom is taken. It's high time Nigerian people take their lives back from those who have vowed to make their lives miserable. Okay, so that is just what we're bringing to you tonight on Matters Arising. Let us begin with the report coming from the IG of police with respect to all of this as a way of reacting to what Kemi said. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Reports don't reach our desk on Matters Arising say Inspector General Egbetokun bans Nigerian police from arbitrarily arrest, detention of youths, collection, checking of phones, as reported by Sahara reporters.
That is the breaking news coming from the Inspector General of Police following the statement of Kemi Badenoch. Let's go to that as well.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. But, remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white, I was like, well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country. So, people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive. When I was burgled, for example, the police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the persons. It's 2004, so 20 years ago. The police did catch criminals, and now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything, and I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics, and that's another thing that we need to look at.
That is it for the report as coming from the Kemi Badenoch's statement about Nigerian police, her experience. Now, many Nigerians have poured out their heart with respect to their experiences, and this is just some of them. I'll be right back.
That is your job. Now give us that. Look, what did you do? Don't make you run now. I'm not going to make you run. Leave on. If I force your head, now they say kilo, they knock your head with that kilo.
Wọ́n gbé ní ọ̀nà kí ló ń pa ìwò òun ló ń lé gbogbo ní ṣé ó gbé wọn dáadáa ó gbé wọn wọ́n fẹ́ pa ní báyìí bífọ̀ nǹkan bá ṣe jọ ń dùn yẹn wọ́n máa ti dùn nǹkan sínú aṣọ ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ti dùn nǹkan sáṣọ ẹ̀ wọ́n yàwé gan wọ́n máa ti dùn nǹkan sáṣọ ẹ̀ ó gbé o ó gbé tó àyè sílẹ̀. Nítorí ó ti rí pàwọn èèyàn fẹ́ fídíò wọn torí ẹ̀ lè bọ̀ gan lọ́yẹ sá síbẹ̀ yẹn o. Wọ́n náà bọ́ sí gẹ̀ẹ́kan ní fídíò. Ó kúrò ń bẹ̀ kílẹ̀tà dúró sínú igbó ó fẹ́ kí nǹkan bọ̀ lára ni. Wọ́n lè lọ fi nǹkan sọmọ yẹn lára bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sí ọmọ tó ń pè é dání.
That is it, and that is a report we have for you tonight on Matters Arising. How do you react to this news, and how do you also react to the comments coming from Kemi Badenoch? Do you support her assertion about the Nigerian police? What is your experience with the Nigerian police? Because the chances that you've not been a victim of Nigerian police in one way or the other is very slim. And generally, one out of all families in Nigeria had had a case with the Nigerian police brutality. They've had an experience with the Nigerian police brutality and all of that. And the lines are still open. I'm just going to quickly take a look at some of all our other platforms to acknowledge those who are watching from there. Then we'll call it a day. When your calls are not coming in, don't forget this program is basically dedicated to the people to give them a voice so that they can have a say with respect to the issues that concerns them, the issues that affects them. All right. So that's what we're talking about today. And on our Facebook, we acknowledge those who are watching. Please keep liking, keep sharing. Let the message continue to spread, and we'll continue in our own commitment to ensure we give the people a voice, and that is why we are here live and direct. All right, we have Apostle Favor Moses. He said he's sharing his own experience here. He said, I was in Owerri last month for a program and come. Okay, I think our brother, let's hang on that and take this call. Hello? Hello, good evening. Oh, I think we're having this experience again. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? We are having problem hearing you, but you might call back if in case you are not hearing what I'm saying. There are calls coming in, but it seems they are unable to hear what I am saying. Please, you can call back. Let's find out what exactly is the problem. Sorry about that experience. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening. You are live on BVI Channel 1. Sorry, the call got bounced out. Let's see if we can get, that's our brother Miro Africa that called, but we mixed that his call because of terrible noise we're getting from that end. Let's see if we can get it through this time. Hello, good evening. Yeah, I can barely hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, maybe we can make do with this and go ahead with the program. Continue with your submission, please. Good evening. It's been a long time, my brother Zebedi.
Yes, it has been a long time, my brother. Are you still on air?
Yeah, we are still live.
Okay. Actually, greetings to all of you. My take on this topic that we are discussing now is a very sensitive topic pertaining Nigeria. We do visit Nigeria, but I have to tell you the truth that I'm always afraid when I see Nigerian police, more especially if I have some amount of money with me. Because those things can cause something else, you know. I have witnessed the way they treat our youths in the eastern part of the nation. It's unbearable. If you are coming from Port Harcourt to Imo State, my brother, every 50 meters, they are there, checking all sorts of whatever that I don't even know about. Just stealing money from citizens, stealing money in open eye. I believe the IG or whosoever that is dishing out all this order is getting his own cut. You can tell me, even they can deny it as they want, but look, as that our sister said, it's an organized, ganged. You know, Nigeria is not a country. It's not functioning. Every system has collapsed. Where the police will arrest somebody and they will try to give judgment on the road. Judicial system is not functioning. Lawyers can't even bail anybody. Nothing is working. Moving around that country, you are taking risk. Visiting Africa is better. You go to your village, hang there with your people, live your life. Coming out again is to take your flight and leave that country. Period. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, my brother Jolly. Experiencing the terrible, man. People are seriously afraid of the police than criminals. It's very unfortunate.
There are no criminality in Nigeria, let me tell you the truth. No criminals in Nigeria.
No, there are criminals in Nigeria, but we have more of police criminality than.
Ask me why I said so.
All right, go ahead.
Kidnappers have been given shared by Nigerian military. Normal criminals are robbing with police guns. Without these two entities, there will be no criminality.
Really?
Without these two entities, look, if a military man spends 48 hours on the road, he's no longer a military man. Do you know that? Yes. The duty of mobile police has been overthrown and taken over by Nigerian military. They are no longer military. These are gangsters. Stealing, killing, maiming, raping. Even the worst part of it, sharing HIV sickness all over the country. They are the ones spreading. That one is on Toad Story. Do you know that Nigerian military and police are the ones spreading HIV in the eastern part of Nigeria? to our young ladies? I believe this one should be another topic for another day.
Honestly.
Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you very much. Next position on card the Pueblo. No one beacon. Nka kalekwa on tim beacon. Honestly speaking, is a terrible situation. Is a terror that is coming from Germany. We have lots of people who are making their comments, but let us continue with Facebook first. Then we'll react to some of the commentaries coming from our YouTube channel. So from the Facebook, we have an experience being shared by Apostle Favor Moses, who said that I was in Owerri last month for a program, and come set of policemen along Orji Road stopped me and my host. They collected his particulars, checked, and everything were intact. They even cracked guns to shoot. I was surprised at the end they asked for tinted result. When he showed them his medical report from police hospital, they threatened us with gun and vowed to take the car for an operation, which I was asking, which kind of operation? At the end, they collected 30K from my host. Some Nigerian force men are so dangerous. That is the experience of Apostle Favor Moses. Nigerian people continue to react to the Nigerian police with respect to the back and forth banter between the Nigerian principalities and powers who are, not settled with what Kemi Badenoch stated, that Nigerian police is a sort of a criminal enterprise, just similar to what Dele Farotimi pointed out in his book, The Criminal Justice System in Nigeria. So everything nyama. So now we have Dominic Iwando said Nigerian police cannot change. They have graduated from stealing to armed robbers and kidnappers. You see, this is the expression of Nigerian people with respect to how they see those who are saddled with responsibility to protect them. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. You are welcome to the program. This is Matters Horizon. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Hello, we can hear you. Your name and where you're calling from. Sorry, he can't hear us. Sorry about that. We hope you call back again. We also have Uwa Christian Chukuma. Hello? Yeah, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now? Oh, I think people cannot get through, and that is one of the biggest problems now. But let us quickly take these commentaries, then we wrap up. We are sorry for that very disappointing situation. All right, we just hope that we're going to get it in order. Okay. Let us take some of the commentaries here. Owa Christian said, Chukwuma. Okay, sorry, it's not a comment, but rather an acknowledgement of the program. Owa Christian Chukwuma Malaki and Nzube Chukwu Sunshine. We appreciate you all for joining the program. Please continue joining, continue making this place a platform where you belong. All right. Jane Ajayi, Kinsley Koronye, we appreciate every one of you who are watching. Kelechi Chima, Solomon Uchenna, we appreciate every one of you. Please make this place your home, make this place your platform where you get undiluted truth. Uzo Clean, Gideon Okoronkwo, Bobby Emansko, Solomon Uchenna Aya. Look at what he stated here. The Nigerian force want to kidnap one man, if not for people started shouting before they took off. I think I saw a video like that today. I didn't bring it on the program. You would have seen it yourself. I saw it when they want to push a young man into a Sienna bus, and the people were shouting, "What has he done? What has he done?" And they now left him and drove away. That is to show that these guys are not going after criminals. They are randomly taking people as prey and forcing money out of them. And that has been the order of the day. We have Ike Ndubueze watching. Thank you for joining the program. We appreciate you. And every one of you who have been watching, please keep watching, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, and we'll keep this message afloat. It's about time Nigerian people who are victims of Nigerian state should unite themselves and free themselves from the impunity of the Nigerian system. Okay? Let me quickly go back to... I want to apologize for those who are watching us from the Instagram. We had a mix-up there, and they were only hearing us, but they couldn't see and follow us. But we're going to replay some of the things we've already highlighted, which you've had, so that you follow us up as we continue in this program tonight. But before then, let us quickly go to our YouTube and see the comments we have there from the people. Then we will come back to take some of your, recap on our reports for today. All right. Okay. Now we have Musa. Musa said, we've really lost confidence in the Nigerian police force, most especially the ones from Edo State. That is from Musa. We have a renewed AK Special said, yeah, there is more to this in Nigeria than you think. It's a shame that as the giant of Africa, we don't have anything good to show in terms of police arbitrary arrest and police brutality. Okay, we have Nolly 24 TV said, well done. And we also thank you for watching. From Asaba, thank you, my brother, for joining on the program. We appreciate you. I think very soon I'm going to come back to Asaba. There is a fan of us who have followed us. He's resident in Asaba, who I met. The one mistake I made that I didn't take a snapshot with you. For that purpose, I'm coming back to Asaba to look for you, because we really appreciate every one of you out there who are following, who are part of this crusade to spread the message so that the people will be free from bad governance. Thank you, Nolly 24 TV. Rose, Amelie, my brother Chinedu, time will tell. All right, time will tell. And the time is ticking for the people to unite to end this madness. All right, we have Rose Emily. Rose Emily also said, the Bible said, we shall know the truth, and the truth shall set us free. When God delivered Lot and his wife from Sodom and Gomorrah, he told them not to look back. Lot's wife became a pillar of salt up to today. All right, so I believe Nigerian people are not going to look back. She went further to say, do you know the truth? That the country needs to be divided. Let the people go their separate ways. And you people said no. Which people said no? The problem with our people is that they fail to understand the process. We preach the process and not the sentiment, okay? On how Nigerians will free themselves from Nigeria, except you don't understand that grammar properly. And even if you are talking about dividing Nigeria, in this police brutality and criminality, it is spread across board. You have the Igbos there. You have all ethnic nationalities, the Yorubas, the Hausas, the Nupes, every one of them, just like we have among the corrupt political class. Okay? So even if you divide and say, okay, all Igbo people go back to your own place, have your own whatever, with this same setup of criminal corrupt system, it will also carry on in the new region or new country or whatever you might call it. So I think the most important thing for people to do is to understand that this must start from within. Okay? So I think that is it for now, and I really appreciate every one of you who have followed us. But before we end it, let us quickly recap for the benefit of those who are following us on our Instagram, who are kept in the dark. They were only hearing what we're saying, but they are not actually following. So now, let us give them that opportunity so that they will follow with respect to what we've talked about so far today on our recaps for today. And when we come back, we'll call it a day.
Reports don't reach our desk on matters arising, say Inspector General Egbetokun bans Nigerian police from arbitrarily arrest, detention of youths, collection, checking of phones, as reported by Sahara reporters.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. But remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white," I was like, "Well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch."
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive. When I was burgled, for example, the police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the persons. It's 2004, so 20 years ago. The police did catch criminals, and now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything, and I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics, and that's another thing that we need to look at.
Servicing job. Now give us that. Look, what did you? I'm gonna make you run now. I'm not gonna make you run now. Leave on. If I force your head, now they say kilo day, they knock your head with that kilo.
Wọ́n gbé ní ọ̀nà kí ló ń pa ìwò òun ló ń lé gbogbo. Ṣé ó gbé wọn dáadáa? Ó gbé wọn. Wọ́n fẹ́ pa ní báyìí. Bífọ̀ nǹkan bá ṣe jọ ń dùn yẹn, wọ́n máa ti ju nǹkan sínú aṣọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n máa ti ju nǹkan sáṣọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n ya ìwé ìdọ̀tí sí. Wọ́n máa ti ju nǹkan sáṣọ ẹ̀. Ó gbé o, ó gbé tó useless. Nítorí ó ti rí pàwọn èèyàn fẹ́ fídíò wọn torí ẹ̀ lè bọ̀ gan. Lọ́yẹ̀ sá síbẹ̀ yẹn o. Ó ní ọ̀pọ̀ sí gẹ̀ ọ̀kan ní fídíò. Ó kúrò ń bẹ̀ ṣé tọ́jú ó sínú gbó ṣé fẹ́ kí nǹkan bọ̀ lára ni. Wọ́n lè lọ fi nǹkan sọ́mọ yẹn lára bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sí ọmọ tó pé dání.
You're welcome back again. This is still BVI Channel 1, and we are live on Matters Horizon. I think joining me virtually is Ndubisi and Enugu. I don't know if he can hear me, but we've already seen him on the studio joining us virtually. We're going to bring him right on again. Ndubisi, can you hear me? You can unmute yourself, and let's have your opinion with respect to what we're talking about tonight. Hello, Ndubisi. Good evening. You're welcome to the program tonight.
Good evening, Chinedu. Can you hear me?
Okay. Let me have your opinion, although we are wrapping up already. Let us quickly have your reaction to the statement by the Nigerian police to end the police arresting indiscriminately young people, searching their phone, intimidating them, and all of that. How do you react to it very quickly so that we can wrap up?
Yeah, thank you, Chinedu. I think something is fundamentally wrong with Nigeria, starting with the structure. I don't think there is any part of the world that have that has the kind of population Nigeria has, and at the same time maintain command and control structure, meaning giving power to a single person to command and control 200 and something million Nigerians. I mean, IG, Inspector General of Police, and the President of Nigeria. I think fundamentally that structure is faulty. Even if you have an angel coming down from heaven to be the IG of police, magic, miracle. Though I am overstating it with reference to an angel, there won't be a case of angel. But I mean a human being so perfect. Of course, there is no perfect human being. So people will say, like, if you have Chinedu going to Abuja to be the IG of police, I will not expect any miracle coming from Chinedu. The starting point is to get the system right. Getting the system right is to congest the over concentrated power in Abuja and return it to the federating units. In this case, maybe region. You have regional administration, with their setup. So for IG making this statement, I know over time, over the years, people IGs of police have stated the same thing, but at the end of the day, he ended up not enforcing or implementing that to the letters. This the situation we are facing in Nigeria is just is I don't know how to say it, but it's not a rocket science to secure an environment to society. Government has what it takes. Government has the instrument of force, to beat everybody to fall in line. So I'm not seeing IG or police performing miracle or magic under this operational situation. I am not even believing that he will do anything to redeem our situation in state of insecurity in Nigeria. To start with, the president you have in Nigeria became the president under suspicious environment, condition. And I've always said that you cannot live in glass house and throw stone. He that goes to the equity must go through with clean hands. So if you are coming to sanitize the system, yourself, you have to sanitize yourself first, which I've not seen Jagaba or the president of Nigeria doing that, not to talk of IG of police. IG of police is taking instruction from the presidency. Lost yesterday is a known person, and is it because of that the news is going viral that he was shot? Challenged, you know. So my dear brother, please, as a force, are underpaid. Perhaps they have a definite sum of money. Those transport
fixed amount of money they are paying. If I focus on either receipt.
Yes, so in here like 500 naira on your change. On your hold up where you have about 10 to 20 people. You know, the guy is doing it although so comfortable, although so comfortable that what he's doing is normal. And beside his pocket like this, he's bringing out change they are giving to the. So which kind of system is that? The kind of person that will secure the society? And if you look at them, some of them, you pity them. At times, is very unfortunate situation. You know, you hardly know where to start. But everything boils down on leadership, like what we are discussing here, Chile, good governance.
Good governance.
Good governance message must continue across Africa. It's not just Nigeria, or it's not just in our Igbo land. It's not just about if somebody says Soludo is not doing well on security, he's doing well on the road. Mbai is trying on the packaging, building institutions. No, we have multiplicities of crisis, and the whole thing starts. As the people, once people understand what GGM stands for, good governance, and what we are doing here, you know, people will come around it. And when you have a strong voice coming from a platform, I'm telling you, you speak about police, IG of police will start behaving well. Just like the guy in UK, Kemi criticizing Nigeria and Chetema. He's a global person. He's a leader of he's a leader of Conservative Party. So if he speaks, of course, Britain being our colonial masters, Nigeria and Africa will listen. So we have an important person in that position. You may not agree with everything she's saying, but the fact is that she is not seeing Nigeria as it is, as a country, as a nation state. That is the truth. And many people believe with him. And Chile, do you know as well as I do that we are not seeing Nigeria as a nation state?
Exactly.
We are citizens of Nigeria by force because we are compelled, we are pushed to be one. If given an alternative, we will not be.
Exactly.
So several people, agitation, Yoruba people are there writing their letter, sending their representative to UK government, you know, that they are not part of Nigeria. Then they have to do it because Britain is their colonial masters. It is Britain that first amalgamated Nigeria. Before the coming of Britain, there was nothing like Nigeria. As Chinedu, am I saying something that is not true?
No. Of course, you know that is the truth. You know that is exactly what we've been saying. Okay, and Kemi, you know, triggered them to react to it. I mean, the Nigerian government and those who are patronizing them, saying that the woman is giving a bad image of Nigeria. Does Nigeria have any good image to start with? Okay, and from what she said is exactly what is now prompting the IG to be making this political statement that they are banning. Is it not? How many times will they continue banning? After the NSAS, they learned nothing. They disbanded SARS, created RSS, which is more terror to even the people. So what has changed? Nothing.
Nothing has changed. Like you say, he's only making a political statement, and that is what it is. I will only take him serious if by tomorrow he starts sending mystery shoppers across Nigeria, across all the 36 states, 37 states in Nigeria. In Anambra State, once mystery shoppers stop somewhere, see police collecting 20, 30 naira, you'll be arrested and sacked. By the time you sack 20 people, 30 people across Nigeria, all others will sit up. But can he do that?
The answer
No, he
is no. You and I know that the answer is a capital no. And you also know the reason, because all the proceeds of this impunity happening on the road always finds its way to the top.
I don't think so, Chinedu. They have so much money. IG of police or Inspector General's office.
It depends. I mean, the people on the street, definitely, it doesn't start and end with them there in the checkpoint. The money goes to the top somehow, whether it gets to the IGO, whether it gets to the whatever, at any level it gets to. The truth of the matter is that those who are standing on that road, you will not tell me that the different police commands of different states does not know that they are starting money from people on the street, or the police and in the divisions, whether area commander or DPOs. You are telling me that they don't know that these things are happening?
No. What I know is that their direct boss, those guys collecting money. I wouldn't say IG is aware of that. I can only say that their supervisors, direct supervisors. If you talk about police on the road, you talk about divisional police officer, DPO. And
Yes,
for DPO, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The DPO knows what they are doing. But now it's because you don't have leaders from police to political side. Because if you have leaders, I mean the IG of police or the Inspector General of Police, what he would do is what I just pointed out, like sending special squad attached to the office of Inspector General. And I know they've done that either under Buhari, yes, under Buhari and under Jonathan. You have special task force from IG's office attached to IG's office that are moving around, ensuring that the message of IG is carried out to the letters. But at the end of the day, you still notice that those that were sent to execute that tax ended up being compromised, But in a system where a system is working, like in the bank, I know if you send an auditor, you still send an inspector who will monitor the auditor. All those things are not rocket science. If you want to stop all those things, you will stop it overnight, and everybody will sit up. But you can't stop it, like I said. He that goes to the equity must go with
a
clean hand. And if you are living in glass house, you can't throw stone. Exactly. So many of these guys are compromised. I mean, police, army, political leaders, they have all compromised. So that is why the power of the people is the biggest asset. And that is what we are doing here to organize the people. No matter how long it takes. We can do that tomorrow. We can do that next tomorrow. I got a call from somebody from America, indicating interest in assisting to organize the people using software to do that and getting the message down to the village. So also, we are getting message from people from Asaba, from Kaduna, from Lagos, asking that they want to join this crusade to liberate the people. It's not about me. It's not about you, Chinedu. It's about the people. And once the people are conscious of the power they have, the game is over for all
That's
these
the beginning. That is actually the beginning of the freedom of the people.
Yes. You see, this thing that some of them are doing, like what Dele Farotobi was arrested by the cabal. And he himself said, I didn't send people to plead for my behalf. I didn't send anybody because I'm ready to face the basic. What I've stated is clear. If anybody is contesting that, come to the call, let's talk about it. And the momentum is building because, see, the truth is always truth. Truth is sacrosanct. Truth remains strength. Truth does not fear, or truth does not bend. It's just truth from morning till evening and night. So I believe the only key to open this bad governance, whatever, is the truth and message of good governance. Let us just continue saying the right thing, the right message. The problem with Nigeria, as we are saying it, we are living it, we are practicing it. You know, we are networking, we are identifying like-minded people across Africa, and that is the way to go. I'm not saying we'll do it alone, but we partner with any other person that means well for the system and is ready to work for public interest while defining his personal interest. Because if you're working for public interest, of course your personal interest should be somewhere, but it has to be defined. That is the only difference between what we are saying and what others are saying. Politicians will come and say, we are here to serve, without defining what is his personal interest. How much is he making? You don't need so much money for you to be happy. If you're a governor, if you are this, if you are going into House of Assembly and you don't have means of income, how do you sustain it? After 4 years, you go. So you only go there to make money. No matter how much you make within 4 years, if you don't have foundation, something you've started doing before going there, you know, no, even if you make 500 million naira, still not enough. There are so many reasons for that. So the solution to the whole thing is building a functional society, building institutions that will take care of everybody, and not just tokenism. Some senators dashing bags of rice to people, we paying school fees for few people. It's tokenism. But what is wrong with coming up with a law that will take care of all the aged people? Coming up with law that will take care of all the unemployed? Coming up with system that will create jobs for millions of Nigerians? Is it rocket science to create jobs, to build industrial villages? Some governors are busy building fun city instead of building mechanic villages, instead of building industrial parks, instead of building agricultural estates. Some are spending billions building government house, while millions of youths on the street are jobless. Millions, they don't care. If somebody like me, become governor, the interest is, how do I create economic prosperity that should be able to encourage multiplication of or thousands of companies to start coming in? How do I encourage those companies to break even, to make profit? How do I encourage those companies to make even? In fact, I would rather stay in a hired apartment as a governor under this situation we are, because I don't even think they understand the time bomb, that we're sitting on time bomb. Chinedu, many of us don't understand that. All this killing, my friend was killed yesterday evening. My friend was killed. I was with the guy last week. He was killed. He's somebody's son, somebody's husband. He was carelessly killed because there is no security. Because those guys snatched car and unchallenged, they left. And somebody is telling me you are building this, building fun city. If you like, build everything. If you cannot invest billions of naira to secure your citizen using technology, I know some governors will tell me security is under the exclusive list. That is the excuse. They will give excuse. It's under the exclusive list. But every month, some of these governors will collect 1.5 billion naira, pocket it. But they will be quick to tell me that security is an exclusive list. Using technology, is it in exclusive list? Intelligence, having people, flooding people in all the villages to feed you with intelligence report, is it under the security sorry, exclusive list? Is most painful. People are dying like a okoko, like chicken.
Exactly. Ndubisi, let us quickly take this caller. Lady Sunshine calling us. Hello, Lady Sunshine. Can you turn down the volume of your listening device so that you can make your submission very quickly because we're about to end the program. All right, go ahead with your submission, Lady Sunshine. You are reaching us from Austria. Let's have your submission very quickly because we are ending the program any moment from now.
Yeah. When Kemi Badenoch, said that Vice President Kashima Shettim is a Boko Haram. Such statement is a very, very heavy, statement to make. Has Shettima been able to defend himself that actually he has no part with such? It's a very, very heavy claim to make. So, such assertions, I expected our Vice President, apart from making disclaiming it, I expected him to actually, come out and prove himself that he's not part, because that rumor has really been flying around for long. In fact, some people are even saying that because of that, they will not want him to ever be president of Nigeria. So for a person of that caliber, being a member of the opposition party in Britain, Conservative Party, making such a statement, it's a very heavy statement. And Shettima has not been able, he has not come out to really, prove the statement wrong beyond reasonable doubt. So he ought to come out and prove that lady wrong, so that it will now douse, public opinion against him, because that rumor has been flying out for long that he's really, sponsoring and a paymaster to the Boko Haram. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, your submission. Thank you so much. I think that is it. We are going to be wrapping up because we have far spent the time we have here. NDBC, if you can come back on and make your closing remarks so that we can wrap it up, because we have less than 3 minutes to end the program tonight. Time is running out of hand. And those of you who are watching, those of you who just joined us, we appreciate you for joining on Matters Arising. You've been watching from our different platforms. Thank you very much. We hope that you come back again live on our platforms to follow us up on all our activities as we'll be dropping them every time. Okay. Yes, I think NDBC is back again. Before, let's quickly take this comments from Izuchukwu Okoli, who is watching from our BVI channel 1 Plus, our backup YouTube channel. People don't know we have BVI channel 1 Plus. That is very important, so that you always follow us there. It's our backup channel in case of any incasity, as the case might be. So Izuchukwu Okoli said, "Greetings, Maazị from City of New York. Good governance must prevail." Exactly, good governance must prevail, and that is exactly why we are doing what we are doing, so as to ensure that we have good governance to prevail. Okay. We have more people who are dropping their comments on our main YouTube channel, but we may not be able to take all of your comments for now because time is running out of hand. In short, we've run out of time. Let's quickly bring back NDBC to make his closing remark with respect to all of this. In summary, NDBC, give us your assessment as to the solution to all of this, especially with respect to police brutality. Because people are talking about state policing. Me, I'm not comfortable about state policing. If we have a kind of regional police, that is far better off than state police, because regional police we water down the monopoly or excessiveness of governors. These governors, those guys will be worse than anything if they have this kind of power over the police. I believe it will be something else. That is my own fear. Okay. So Ndubisi, let's have your opinion as to the solution you prefer. So that we wrap up.
Yeah, as per solution is to keep on empowering the people with information, the right information, and to continue mounting pressure on the political class, because the political class we have today may not be the same political class we may have tomorrow. So the part is that when people are empowered mentally and otherwise, they would do the right thing and take responsibility of certain actions. So that is the good news. The good news that we are here and other platforms are there empowering the people, educating the people, and people are becoming aware and conscious of their rights and obligations by the day. So there is hope after all. Let us not lose hope. Good governance is here to stay, and the message must continue. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ndubisi, for that submission, and we appreciate you for joining on the program today. God bless you. And to our viewers, thank you all for joining. We appreciate you for being part of this program, and we hope you continue joining and following us. And that is where we are wrapping it up. Ndubisi, thank you. And to those who have been watching and dropping comment, we appreciate you all. Continue, and we are coming back again tomorrow on a very important issue, and that issue has to do with electricity distribution, how they have been robbing you of millions of naira. You may think you are the one owing them, but you are the one being owed, and we're going to expose that. If you have anyone living in Nigeria, particularly in the southeast, let tomorrow be a date. You'll be hearing it even from unlikely people. Even those who are part of the principalities and powers, they are already complaining and crying because of this. And this knowledge will empower you. You can't afford to miss that. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. is the time. Don't miss it. If you know what you can give as a Christmas gift to your loved one, hook them up with the program tomorrow. And I can tell you, you will thank me later. Let me end it on this note and say, may you continue to be safe. That is most important as far as Nigeria is concerned now. Be safe at all times. That is my message to you. And keep the hope alive. Keep trusting and believing in what we're doing, because we are here to tell you undiluted truth. Till I come your way, I still remain Asuchinot Peters, the advocate for good governance. Bye-bye for now.
Reports don't reach our desk on matters arising, saying Inspector General Egbetokun bans Nigerian police from arbitrarily arrest, detention of youths, collection, checking of phones.
Remember, my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. People do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate.